Okay, let's get into it. Okay, hi, my name's Janae. This is my book newbie tag. Why do I sound so robotic? My name's Janae. This is my book newbie tag. We're just gonna get right into it. Okay, so the first question is, what kind of books do I like to read? I think it differs on like what I'm feeling, because sometimes I feel romance, sometimes I feel like, you know, fiction. Most of the stuff I read is fiction. What am I talking about? Sometimes I read romance. Sometimes I like to read like a little psychological thriller. I love a good psychological thriller. Don't get me wrong. Those, I like whodunits, but I don't like when they're predictable. Like, don't give me a whodunit and I can guess who killed who by page 30. Don't give me that book. Those type of books. I'm not really a fantasy type girly. I'm not really into like sci-fi or anything like that. I just like romance, whodunits, like murder, mystery type stuff, and like psychological thrillers. Anything in that range, that's my go-to. Okay, question number 2 is, what book series really got me back into reading? Okay, so there's 2 answers, and I think every single time I think about this question, I think about this book right here. Let's get it off the shelf for reference. It's called The Silent Patient. If you know, you know. If you don't, you need to find out, because this book, I read this book in the beginning of 2023, I think, and I'm reading it. First of all, it's a slow build, very slow build, but as soon as I got to the end, I'm like, oh my God. And then from there, y'all, we was off. We were off. And then after this book, I read another book, but it was kind of like, okay, that was cool, that was cool. But then, y'all, the book I read after that, where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, sorry. This book right here, and that entire series, that was really the catalyst of me like reading like books every month. Like every month I read a new book. Not even every month, but in each month I'm like reading multiple books, and this really pushed it off for me, especially the 3rd book in the series. If you know, you know. If you don't, guess what? You need to find out, because those books really did it for me, for real. And then after that, I was just on the straight and narrow with the reading. Okay, where do I like to read? Where do I be reading? Literally anywhere. Like, if the time calls for it, I'm pulling my book out. Like, I take my books everywhere with me. Like, if I know I'm gonna be waiting somewhere in line, if I know I gotta go somewhere and it's gonna be away, even if I'm at work, guess what? I'm pulling that book out and I'm reading. Because what am I, like, especially at work when it don't be nothing to do, guess what? I'm pulling that book out and I'm reading. Hey, sue me if you want to. Sue me if you want to. I like reading in parks. When it gets warm outside, I really like to go just like park my car, read in the park, or like go sit on a bench or something and like read in the park. I find it really therapeutic. Really therapeutic, okay? Next question. Sorry. What challenges do I think are the hardest to overcome? Sorry. I think consistency. I definitely think consistency, because even in like my life, when I start something new, I just be struggling to keep it going because of the consistency. Like, me and consistency be going at it, because I should be like, okay, one and done, but I can't one and done it, because I be forgetting that once you do something and you want to make it a habit, you have to keep at it and keep at it and keep at it and keep at it. So I think that consistency will be like the biggest thing for this channel. Okay. What am I most excited about? I don't want to sound like cliche, but reading. Like, I like to read like new fun books. I like to bring like, you know, personality, you know what I'm saying? I like to read different types of books. So definitely like getting recommendations from people and like reading those books and like, you know, seeing what I feel about it and seeing like, oh, I wouldn't have read this on a regular day if I didn't like, you know, start this channel and stuff like that. So I definitely think it's input from other people about, you know, books that they think I would be interested in and books that they think I would like, and seeing, you know, if I actually like them or not. Okay. Why do I love reading? I don't know. Like, I can't describe the feeling that I get when I open a fresh book. And you just, I don't want to sound like a weirdo, but when you like smell the pages, you're like, oh my God, this is it. This is heaven. Oh my I'm here, like I'm here. But I just think it takes you to like a different place that no like movie or like, you know, plane could take you, because it's literally all up to you. Like, you could read a book and you could have a different experience with that book than with somebody else's experience with that book, because of how different your mind is or how different your imagination is. Which is why I've talked to people who don't have like that imagination thing. Like, when you read pages on words on a book, your mind starts to make things up in your head and it starts to set a scene and stuff like that. I've met people who brain cannot do that, who cannot fathom that. And I think that is so strange and so weird. And I think that it's so interesting that certain groups of people can do that and like find a love of words on a page just because their brain can, you know, tweak and do stuff like that. I think that is so fun and nice, and that's really why I love to read, because my brain can do that. I'm sorry if your brain can't. No tea, no shade, but I'm really sorry for you. What else? When did I start reading? Since I was a young Thundercat, okay? I can't believe I just said that, but yeah, I've been reading since I was like 3. So this reading stuff it's like second nature to me. Like, honestly, I really enjoy sit down with a good book like that. When I'm in a reading slump, that's a different thing, but it's nothing better than sitting down with a good book and just getting encapsulated in the book, and you're just like, you know what? This is life. This right here is life. And I think that's just like the best feeling ever. Okay? Let's see. Which ones did I answer? Why did I start this channel? Y'all. I think, okay, if you would ever meet me in person, you would be like, oh my God, why does she look so angry? Because let me tell you something. My RBF is real, it's real severe. Shout out to all my Scorpio risings. It's real severe. So I just don't give off like friendly vibes from that. But if you ask me about a book, oh my God, I'm getting into it. I'm gonna have the best time of my life talking about that book and telling you about the characters, who did what, how who reacted, and I'm just gonna get into all the tea and all the stuff, because I just think that books are just so great, and I feel talking about books is just so natural to me. Like, it's just like breathing to me. Like, if somebody asks me about a book, I'm like, girl, let me tell you something. I tell stories like what happened in the book so naturally. People be thinking I'm talking about actual real life. Like, no, girl, this is just in my book. And I think something that comes as natural to me, if I'm not like using this gift to like, you know, reach other people or like connect with other people who are like me, I'm doing something wrong. So I feel like it's time for me to, you know, stop acting like I can't just, you know, talk to a camera and put it on the internet. And I think it's about time that I connect with other people who are just like me, so I can feel, you know, less alone, because I love the booktube. Love the booktube community. Love you guys. Love you guys. Is that all the questions? Oh, book collection. You guys see it. I tried to color code it, but a couple of the colors are like weird, so it's kind of like, is it like neon or is it like yellow or is it like green? The neon and the green really be messing my head up. But over here it has like you know, red and then yellow and then the blues and then the purples, and then I have black down here, and I have some white books behind the chair that you guys can't see. That's on purpose because I don't have a lot of white books, so I had to hide those because I didn't want you guys to see that I was slacking. But yeah. Oh, another question is, what would I ask some of my favorite booktubers? And I really honestly want to know, like, why did you guys start your channels? Like, not like, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of people just like to read, and also I just feel like a lot of people just share the same gifts and, you know, likes for these books and stuff like that. And I want to ask what prompted the start of the channel. Not why did you start it, but what prompted, because something prompted everybody starting a booktube channel. But I want to know what prompted some of my favorite booktubers channels. Yeah, I had a brain fart right there. We're just gonna zoom right past that. But yeah, this is my booktube, stuttering, Newbie Book Tag. And I do have one more thing for you guys. If you just give me 2 seconds. No, I know nobody asked. Okay, I know nobody asked, but I'm gonna just tell y'all the current read that I'm reading right now. And it's called If You Could See the Sun. And it's basically about a girl who is going to like this prestigious Chinese boarding school. It's called Arrington, and her parents can't afford her tuition anymore, so she starts to, you know, she's like, okay, you know, like, it sucks, but she's like, whatever, like, it's really nothing I can do about that. But she starts to turn invisible, like literally invisible, and she's like, well, wait, I can monetize off of this. And she starts to like spy on people for money so she can pay her tuition, so she can stay at the school, so her parents don't have to send her to the United States, because it's set in Beijing. Yeah, this is where I am in the book. I'm kind of, I just started it yesterday. I'm on page like 70. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how the channel goes. But thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more. Bye.